Alright, so I just got done watching Haters Back Off Season 1, Episode 2, Preaching to the Choir, right? Because Miranda likes to pronounce things in funny ways with her inconsistent lisp. So the episode opens with immediately following the last episode, essentially, where she's quit YouTube and she's going to pursue music instead. And essentially, it opens with this good single shot. Some good direction going on here. I believe this episode was directed by Andrew Gaynor, who directed every episode except for 2, looks like. Yep. And so basically, the opening part is her Uncle Jim explaining to her that she shouldn't quit her dreams because he used to have dreams. He was in the color guard, which is obscure. I like the color guard reference or the whatever, and it goes to this flashback of him in the color guard doing this dramatic thing, and all the 80s girls are super into him and they love him, and then he's doing his twirling thing, and then at the end of his performance he's like, oh, we're going to take it to the next level. He shoots fireworks into the crowd and whatever. And I noticed that later in the episode you'll see a preacher who is also the principal of his 80s flashback high school, which was annoying inconsistency. I may be wrong, but they look very similar. And, I just hate this show so much that I can't believe Netflix, the freedom of Netflix is a good thing and a bad thing in that you can have shows that are 42 minutes long or 31 minutes. This show, this episode ran for 31 and a half minutes. When you take the sitcom format, it's typically 22 minutes when you shave away the ads and often take away the theme song, you get 22 minutes of content, which is much more digestible. 22 minutes is the length it takes the average person to say, drink a cup of coffee or to drink a beer. But 31 minutes is a fucking commitment for a sitcom, especially something just as one fucking trick pony as this show. In my last review, I assumed that there was some Christian underlying tones. This whole episode essentially takes place around going to church, which I'm happy about, and I can't really tell though where the show's religious background comes from. I'm going to look into it after I do this review, but I imagine that it's a little embittered by Christianity, but it seems to have respect for the community of the Christian church. In that they have a singles night in this episode, etc. Which is, I don't know, is that a joke? It's over my head. I don't know if that's a joke or if that's a thing they actually do with Christian church. But one of the first sort of atheistic jokes was church is no place for smiling, Miranda. Church is no place for smiling, Mom, whatever. And I noticed, immediately after she says that, right, she sees this, she calls her mom a pervert. She sees this beautiful guy named Owen, who's, blonde hair, blue-eyed, and, but, your typical Christian ideal boy, and just good jawline, all that stuff, and she's, infatuated, and I've realized that this show has the mom and daughter, Miranda and her mom, specifically, as very, so to speak, horny or maybe sexually repressed. And I think it may be a commentary on how Christianity represses or oppresses whatever a woman's sexuality. And if that's the case, then they're doing a fucking good job displaying that. But I don't think there's that much thought put into this show's ethics or moral plans. I noticed that this was really off-putting, and it's obviously part of the humor of the show. But she refers to him as a angel as opposed to an angel in her strange voice. And this episode really had me cringing on various degrees. The show is essentially cringe comedy, and that Miranda is not a very self-aware person who can't really quit. She's incapable of quitting despite haters, right? Haters back off. And but in this one, she joins the choir. She can't sing. But what's really interesting is the actress playing her is very clearly a good singer. You can hear that she has a lot of musical theater experience in her voice, and that she's intentionally putting it through this character, which is very off-putting on my end, and that it's like, man, it's just like, one of those. There's one good gag. They ask her when she joins the choir if you're an alto or soprano. She goes, "I'm an American." That's a good joke. That's a good joke. That's good writing. That's clever because alto, soprano kind of sound like ethnicities or whatever. The choir scenes were just awful, and I felt ill, frankly, watching this, waiting for this to be over. But there's moments of reprieve, and this may be the saving grace of the show, or maybe it's just me. I don't think I'm the target demographic for this, but her sister Emily is a completely deadpan, like normal human being with a reason, and is constantly sort of hand holding them to be normal human beings. But they keep giving Miranda these like Miranda, you're different because you don't quit, and that's good. But she's an awful human being. She's utterly selfish. She puts other people into compromised situations and ruins a lot of people's nights, days, experiences, etc., etc. There is a certain sweetness, though. There's this guy named Patrick, who I believe I mentioned in the last review, who's the guy who likes her, and she's unaware that he has a huge crush on her. And they have a moment where he sort of motivates her and tells her that I like your YouTube videos, and I think you're a great singer, and I don't want you to quit, and sort of implies that there's sort of a destiny of people. She's like, right, no matter what, we're gonna get to this. She's okay. I mean, obviously she assumes it's the guy in the choir and not this reoccurring character of Patrick. I think that every episode is gonna have her calling people haters at one point, and I think that may be a reoccurring theme of this. I can't watch this show for 8 episodes unless something good happens. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try, but this is god awful for me. This is painful. I feel like I'm wasting my time. The uncle quits his job because in the first episode he killed all the fish. He got fired. And he tries to get his job back, and they're like, "Nah, man, we don't need you back. So he tries to find a way to make money, and he sells his car for $500, and then the end of the episode is him essentially bribing the assistant or the manager or whatever, and with the $500, he basically gives him $500 for his job back. And then Miranda walks into the fish store, and she's like, "Guess what, Uncle Jim? I'm going back to YouTube." And he's like, "I quit," and smashes a fish tank because it's a fish store. And I found that just really, really difficult to watch because, I guess this isn't real. It's fiction and it's appealing to a certain audience, but I'm really struggling with the decisions that these characters make. And in that regard, this show is a runaway success. But in terms of actual artistic merit and societal value, I'm not sure that this show has anything positive to say when it comes down to it. We'll see. I'd really like to talk to somebody that has an ounce of intelligence and finds this show to be funny, I think, or maybe not funny, but to find it good and would give it a good review should they actually do a critical analysis of it. The 32 minutes is what kills this. I could do 22 minutes. I could even do 25 minutes. I can't do 32 minutes of this shit. And the theme song was just a logo, and then it kept going. It didn't stop. It didn't stop for 32 minutes. I felt like time didn't exist. I started the show at 12:15, and it's it's 12:55 now. I took some time to go over my notes in between it, but it feels like I've been watching this show for my entire day, and I'm really, really not liking it. And I want them to go back to the meta YouTube. Thankfully, she returned to YouTube. The whole meta YouTube thing has potential in that she is, for all intents and purposes, the first YouTube star to get a TV show. So the meta aspect of that could very well end up being something good. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm doing with my time. Thanks for watching.